Hey, boys.
What up, girl?
Not much. I need to talk to you guys.
I heard.
Did you order two male strippers?
I know. Stop. Okay, so hey, first of all, this is not a good talk, unfortunately. So obviously people have started their campaigning and they're telling me stuff. So I was thinking about my replacement nominee, and I was like, okay, I'm all about making a big move. Who am I gonna put up? And then people started telling me stuff that and I've even heard you guys say some of this stuff, just that I'm a comp beast, I'm so smart in this game, I didn't even hesitate with my nominations. I heard you joking about me kind of throwing the first comp, you know what I mean? And I know that's all jokes and indirectly, but when you put it all together, that's a problem for me. Do you know what I mean? Okay. And it's part of people's campaigns that are coming to me. So my biggest thing is now I'm not really comfortable making a big move. I don't want to ruffle any more feathers. I don't want to do that kind of thing. So it's important to me that I stick to my HOH speech. And in my HOH speech, I said I'm putting up LaToya because I didn't want her to do flipping, and I put up Kiefer because he said stuff about me when I wasn't around that's not helping my game.
Right.
The main thing for me is I told Canada and everyone in this house, I cannot have a flip in this house. LT comes down, there's literally only one person I could put up that I know she wouldn't flip on. Now, I promised you I wasn't gonna put you up, and I don't wanna do that. So I'm pretty much coming to you guys, really hoping you guys can keep the noms the same, because I've spoken to everyone. They've promised me they're voting out Kiefer. I can't have him here. He's been talking shit about me. He said he doesn't want to be here. I don't vibe with him. He hasn't talked to me. I need him gone. I worry, I don't want to put you up, and I'm not going to also, because if you go up beside Keith, I worry that people are going to want to break up you two. Do you know what I mean? The thing about LT staying up there is that everyone has promised me that they're gonna vote out Kiefer.
What do promises mean?
What do you mean?
What do they mean in this game?
It's Big Brother. I understand that promises are shit, but I know Tina and Tara, they promised me that their votes are where I is for Kiefer. Austin and Brayden promised me. She kept me safe last week. I'm keeping her safe this week. Whatever. Kyle hates Kiefer because he blew up their game, their relationship, because he told me what Kiefer said. And that's the reason I don't really want to put Kyle up this week, is because he shared the biggest piece of information to me that anyone has in this game yet. Ro, I don't know where Ro stands. I feel like an outsider in this game. Bray and Austin are together. Ro and Kyle are together. Tina and Tara are together. You two are together. NLT. Kiefer's on his own. Beth is kind of on her own. I'm going to call someone player A because I just don't want whatever. Mm-hmm. Me and player A really want to work with you two and LaToya. Okay. We feel that around day 3 or 4, you guys kind of chose her over us too. Not chose her, but we kind of felt a little more distance. I have the best relationship with you guys. You guys are the people I hang out with, that I party with, all that stuff. But like you said, I'm so good at this game and I'm so smart. I need to be smart, and now I'm just literally scared.
Okay. Can I respond?
Yeah.
Okay, so the only thing I'm wondering is, if you and player A want to work with us, why would you put him on the block?
I don't want to put you on the block.
Why would there be a scenario in which you'd have to?
Because you're the only person that LaToya won't flip the house on. I'm sorry, but after, I love LaToya and I love how real she is, but you were there that night before the live eviction. She ran around and asked each of us where our vote was going. She wasn't happy with it. She tried to convince us to flip, and we just weren't down. And she said, you know what, fine, I'm not going to mess with you guys. You guys don't want to do it. I respect that. 20 minutes before the eviction, what does she do? I told you guys with every being in my body that this was not the time. I wasn't listened to in this Expedia room. I wasn't listened to at the top of the stairs. Now look what's happened. Right. Exactly what I knew it was gonna happen. I told LaToya, this is gonna draw a line in the sand. And she kept saying, well, the HOH competition will do that anyway. And I said, then let it play out. But nobody listened to me. And that's why I feel like am I as close with you guys as I think I am? Like, why did nobody listen to me? Now I'm this big comp beast, this big smart girl. I'm scared to conjure up a big plan to put someone else on the block. And even if I did, if I put Kyle up, I know LT's gonna flip it. If I put Tara up, I know LT's gonna flip it. If I put you up, hell no, she's not gonna flip it. But I promised you I wasn't gonna do that, and I want to stick to that. I really need you not to use the power of veto.
Okay, but if you in player A want to work with Ty, me, and Latoya, then why would you risk Latoya being on the block?
Because she's gonna flip it, and I don't trust that she won't. There's nothing she can say to me to make me believe that she's not gonna flip the house.
But I think Kyle's gonna flip it. Why would he not flip it? Latoya's been his number one target this entire game.
He can't flip it.
Why?
He can't, because Tara and Tina promised me. I have them in my pocket. I told them, I said, Tara, she was gonna go up. And she almost cried. I told her, I said, I don't know what to do, Tara. I'm just not that close with you. I don't know. You kind of have done a few things that ruffled my feathers. She swore over everything. She will vote Kiefer out. She agrees that it's not cool to have someone in this game who can say, honestly, I told myself if anyone in this house ever even joked about self-evicting, that they're my target. That's not funny to me, okay? We've given everything to be here, so if people can throw that around, never mind my name, a blatant motherfucking lie, sorry. So Kiefer needs to go, and the only way I know he's gonna go is if Latoya stays on the block.
So what if we make you that same promise that Toya won't flip the house?
I can't believe that. I've seen Latoya. She sent my ally home week 1 by flipping the house, and it was because of me not willing to flip on the last eviction that she didn't do it again. Because Latoya's up there, it's taken a huge target off your guys' back, because Ro was even in here today saying, yeah, like, I know it wasn't the guys that were doing the flipping. So Ro is like already knows you had nothing to do with that. That's good. Latoya jumped on you after the POV. I've had 2 people bring that up to me and say how uncomfortable that made them. Like, like just being like, you know what I mean? People are more, I don't know. This is just, I've hardly slept last night. Hardly slept last night. I'm looking to you because I don't want to break a promise. Same things as like I said before about LT, like I love her, she's great, but we've never talked game. Even after the one conversation we had in here and I told her it was between her and Bray, that was it. She never once even tried anything else. And that makes me think maybe you'd feel safe on the block, or you know what I mean? Like if we had that solid alliance that I tried to do with us for, the name, the thing, we would not be having this conversation. But now it's in the back of my head that, you know what, I'm HOH, and this is where people start to talk and things come out. And like still, I haven't really had a lot of game talk with you guys. You guys haven't really shared a lot like information. And the last piece is player B told me that they asked you who you would put up if you were HOH, and apparently you said me, Tina, or Tara. Was this true? Don't care. Was it a lie? Whatever. That doesn't even matter. I don't even care about that. I don't care about anything. The biggest thing that I care about is that now after reading my letter, knowing that my family's watching, everyone's watching, I told everyone there will not be a flip on my HOH.
Right.
And I need to make sure that doesn't happen.
Okay.
And I'm not prepared to make any other moves because now I'm scared. LT has scared me. She stays up there, I know Kiefer's going home. You go up there, I'm not as confident because people are gonna wanna break up this duo, and I can't have that. I need you guys here. I need you not to use the power of veto. Okay,
my only question now is so when we spoke before the veto and you told us, you know,
that was before. I know exactly what you're gonna say, and I meant that with every bone of my body. But that was before you guys indirectly put a target on my back by saying I'm so good and smart at this game, that I'm a comp beast.
But we're not the only ones saying that though.
Yeah, I know, but that's what people are using, and I've heard you guys say it, and because you've.
Have you had this conversation with Braden?
Yeah, I kind of have, but not.
Like the fact that he was saying the combi stuff, that you were faking and shit. Have you had that conversation with him too?
No, I have not.
Okay.
And I will.
Okay.
Then, I will. I've had this conversation with Kiefer. Kiefer is the #1 person that keeps doing that. He doesn't even call me anything else but comp beast, and that's a problem for me.
Right.
It's fun, it's cute, here and there, but when it comes down to someone else being HOH and thinking about who they're going to put on the block, it's going to be the comp beast. It's going to be the smartest player in the game. It's going to be the biggest threat. Because of the conversations that happened yesterday, and I know you guys meant it out of love, and that's the worst part about this conversation, is it's jokes, it's fun. But now that's put a big target on my back, and now I am scared shitless to make a move with my replacement.
But are you scared to be targeted by us, or are you scared to be targeted by someone else?
Everyone. I'm scared about being targeted by everybody.
But you realize that if you...
There's no one I can put up that I don't believe LT won't flip. I've gone through everybody. I put Kyle, she's going to flip it. I put Tara, she's going to flip it. There's nobody. There's no other scenario. She did me dirty. She blew up my game and Beth's game. She proved to me she doesn't trust me. I don't know. I like her. I want to work with her. I believe she's a comp beast, and I believe she's one of the smartest people in this game. We can call in everybody. I have the votes for Keither to go. I need him gone.
Okay.
I
I completely respect your decision. The only thing I don't respect is like the threat of putting him on the block after you literally swore on everyone in that letter. Like,
this is Big Brother, and that was before you guys put the target on my back. At that point, there wasn't a target on my back. Like,
when did we put a target on your back?
Yesterday, by saying the thing that you were saying. You even said it to me.
What?
That I'm so smart. I know what I'm doing. It took me a second to pick my nominees. Like, I know you guys meant that out of love.
I told you that.
And other people, because someone else came and said that to me and said that.
I didn't tell anybody else.
You did, though, because someone else said that to me that I never said it to. I'm not making this up. This is what has changed my mind.
Because I said you're smart?
So you'd rather us like talk shit about you? Is that like the thing?
Like, I'm not.
No,
I wasn't. There was no intent to put a target on your back.
I know that's what sucks about this.
But nor is there one right now.
Yes, there is, because the people have been coming in here last night, today,
and saying there's a target on your back.
Yeah, being like, yeah. This is the exact conversation that I'm telling you.
So they're saying they're pretty much saying down the line we will come for you.
No, they're saying that
one
person had mentioned that you had mentioned that I'm so good at this game. I'm so smart at this game. I didn't have to even think about my nominees. And I kind of was like, whatever. And then the whole first competition thing, it's just all so bad. I love you guys. I want to work with you guys, and I wanted that from day one. And I just didn't get that love back from LT. As you, Jed, yeah, not 100%. I didn't sleep last night. I am shaking right now. But I just know for my game, number one rule of Big Brother is you need to do what's best for your game. And what's best for my game is to make sure there's not a flip. And the actions that LT has shown me just shows me that she's a flipper. And that's fine. It's Big Brother. She likes to make those big moves. I can't have that on my HOH. I said that in my HOH speech, and I mean it. And yeah, it breaks my heart about the swearing over stuff, because that ain't me. And that's why I'm looking at you to please help me. I don't want to break that promise. And I won't.
Because it feels like you're coming for me right now.
I'm not fucking coming for you.
That's what it sounds like.
I am not. I hate that you feel that way. I am not coming for you.
Because I felt even the last couple of days, I feel like you wouldn't even look me in my face.
Yeah.
Just yesterday, I had at the conversation I had yesterday. I was like, fuck. You know what I mean? I am not coming for you. I've been wanting to work with you guys from day one. I'm just saying the only person I could put up that I know LT won't flip the house on is you. The only other person I could put up that won't make me say other stuff to make me look like I'm so smart, to make me look like a comp beast, would be I need to put someone up who A, was involved in the flip, because that's why I put LaToya, or B, someone who's saying stuff that isn't helping my game. I hate to motherfucking say it, but it points at you. Don't want you to go home. And I'm just thinking my main thing is I'm not having a flip on my HOH. I'm not. The way I felt about the flip, the way I said to you guys at the top of the stairs in the Expedia room, it's not the time. I know the game. You guys know I know the game. I love the game. I knew it wasn't the time, and nobody listened to me. Now look at this fucked up situation I'm in. I don't want to put you up, and I won't. But I'm looking at you, Jed. I need you not to use the power of veto.
The only thing I'm thinking right now is to me it sounds like you're trying to avoid potentially becoming a target.
Of course I am. Of course. I can't play next week.
But you, in doing so, it's almost like are you creating enemies out of us? What are you doing?
I don't want that.
By threatening to put him on the block, you kind of are.
I'm not threatening. I'm not. I'm just trying to let you know my train of thought.
Would you rather work with us, or would you rather work with the other side?
I've been saying from day one that I want to work with you guys. You guys haven't been saying that to me.
But have you been, I feel like you're not having these kind of stern conversations with the other side.
Are you kidding me? Of course I have.
But have you threatened to put either of them on the block, or
yeah,
any of them?
Yes, I did. I talked to Bray about putting them up. I talked to Tara about putting them up. And they promised me their votes, and if I put them up, LT's gonna flip it.
What if I'm saying? What if we make that same promise to you? Like, why
I
are
don't
there?
care.
Why are there?
LT promised me. You were there when she promised us she wasn't gonna do the flip, and she still did it.
The flip did not happen.
Because of me. Because I said no. I'm not down.
I just think that it's gonna look really, really bad when Kyle flips the vote on Latoya. It's gonna look really stupid.
Because that's what he's going to do.
That's what he's gonna do.
Kyle
He will.
shared that news with me about Kiefer, and I really appreciate that. And because
Kyle doesn't care about Kiefer though.
Tina and Tara aren't gonna fucking listen to Kyle. They were so scared. You should have saw their faces when I told Tara she was probably gonna be my replacement nominee. I've never seen them act the way they did. I have their votes. Brayden and Austin, I have their votes. That's 4, they're 6.
But you don't believe you'd have ours.
Why
For
do you, why do you-
Latoya, I
why
know
do-
you guys aren't gonna vote out Latoya. 2, 4, 6. 6 is more than the lucky magic number. You can, after this conversation, I want you guys to go talk to Tina and Tara, go talk to Brayden and Austin, and ask them who they're voting out and why. They will tell you. Victoria promised to keep me off the block, and I promised her I'm voting out Kiefer. Will not have someone in this game who is going to use my, in a blatant lie. I was sitting beside Kiefer when Latoya came in the room to flip the vote that she promised she wasn't going to do the night before. I'm sorry, I just can't have
I know.
that.
I
I can't.
I just
have
know for a fact that they will flip this vote.
that. How? They have 2 votes. No one likes them. After
Who?
everybody. Tina,
No, wait,
Tara.
no. Who doesn't like who?
Tina, Tara, Brayden, Austin, you two
Don't.
don't like Ro and Kyle. They're unpredictable. They blew up on like Kiefer. They bring bad vibes in the house.
So you think
They're not
you-
going to listen to their flip.
So you think that having them in the game is better for you than having
Hey,
Kiefer?
Kiefer, I mean, Kyle, like I said, shared the biggest news to me in this game yet. And I respect him from that. He blew up his game with Kiefer because of it.
Blew up his game with Kiefer?
Yeah, because
What game?
Kiefer told him they were. I don't know what their relationship was, but now they can never talk. They don't talk. They can't be friends. They don't. Kyle wants Kiefer gone because Kiefer made up a huge lie about me and told Kyle, thinking Kyle wouldn't tell me. Kyle chose to tell me and broke that relationship. Now Kiefer can't stand Kyle, and Kyle can't stand Kiefer.
Okay.
Okay, Ro, at least because I put the way I put Latoya up, the wording I used showed Ro that like I wasn't really down to do the flip at that moment. Do you know what I mean? So he kind of owes me. You know what I mean? So these are all the things I'm thinking. I can't fucking play next week. I need to think about my game.
Right.
I need to make sure that Latoya stays. And to make sure Latoya stays, I know she has your 2 votes. I know she has Tina and Tara's votes. And I know that they have Bray and Austin's votes. None of those 4 people are going against me, and you 2 aren't going against Latoya. Latoya comes down, she's going to flip. She likes Kiefer. Kiefer has done nothing. I trust Latoya, but I don't trust that she won't do the flip. And because Canada's watching, my family's watching, they've watched me almost get manipulated into a flip I didn't want to do for this exact reason. Do you know what I mean? I didn't sleep a wink last night. I've done every option in my head. I'm not threatening to put you up. I'm not putting you up. I'm probably, if you don't listen to me and don't hear me out and you take her down, there's a good chance I'm putting that player A up. Do I want to do that? No. Do I want to put you up? No. I'm not trying to threaten you or do anything. I'm just thinking, at least if you were to go up, I know Latoya wouldn't flip it. And that's my biggest fear, that I'm going to get done dirty by a flip happening on my HOH. Respectfully, you guys were willing to do that to Austin on her HOH and that broke her. She was really upset. Okay? You guys told her that wasn't going to happen. So this is the game, and I need to play it the best way I know how, and that's making sure there's not a flip on my HOH. I'll be damned if the mother effer that thinks they can put a lot, like if it was the truth, I don't think I would be so angry. But the fact he was in the room, and that's why I don't even want to talk about that anymore, because if I do, I throw out Latoya under the bus. Because from my eyes, she was the head of the snake as far as the flipping. Week 1, she sent my ally home. Julie was doing my makeup. She called you out of the bathroom. She called you out of the bathroom. And she called Rohan out of the bathroom right before my eyes. No shame. I believe she did that flip. And I saw her try and do the flip yesterday. What would be different from my HOH? I'm not risking it.
Is player A Beth?
Yeah.
So you're threatening player A as well?
I'm thinking...
Does
She might be. At least I
know
know. I know that Beth is close to you guys. Like, you know what I mean. So I know you guys could potentially convince Latoya not to flip. But even then, me and Beth both feel elbowed by Latoya, kind of pushed out. So at least we're thinking next week, the 5 of us would be the numbers for this game to go far.
But how can we trust that? Because now I feel like you're working with other people.
Who? They're all working. They're all in pairs.
Like you're not
I
working.
feel like
You're
an
not.
outsider.
You're
I
not
really
working.
feel like every day there's the same people in here, and it's like really sus. So it's like, how do we believe you that you're gonna?
Who's in here? Kyle and Thing come in here to use my iPod. I'm not gonna say
Like
no.
Kyle, Rowe, Brandon,
guys-
Austin are in here constantly. We can't even get you alone. Like, we don't know
It's the HOH room. They want the music. They want to sit in here. I'm not gonna say no. I get
but it's
along.
being noticed, like, by people in the house. Like, you guys are being looked at as a 5. I just want you to know that.
That's fucked.
Because it's like, seriously, Vic. Like
That's ridiculous.
When you were
I've heard it multiple
upstairs,
times.
when you were upstairs in the room, did you ever see them come in there and come talk to you? Any of those same people?
what room?
When you were in
Destiny.
our room still, in Destiny.
Yeah, I did talk to them. Just like I definitely did. It's only day 16.
No, I'm just saying, did they pull up and come talk to you like the same way they're in here all the time now?
Well, no, because I didn't have my own room and my own iPod. But me and Ro talked. We come from the same area. We're 10 minutes apart. Me and Kyle, we joke all the time about our partying stories. Just like with you guys. If I'm being completely honest, Kyle, like I said already, he gave me the biggest piece of knowledge in this game, which made my nominations easy, which makes my target clear as day. Like Iko Wong said, when you shoot, don't miss. And I'm sorry, Kiefer needs to go. And the only way I can guarantee that happens is to make sure there's not a flip. I've secured the votes, and this is the last piece.
I hear you. It breaks my heart that...
I'm sorry.
No, it just breaks my heart also that you think like I've been putting a target on your back, because that's not all I'm trying to say.
I know you're not.
It's more so I'm
that's-
saying like you should be somebody
Like,
to
nice
work.
things.
But what I'm trying to say is you should be somebody to work with. I'm not saying you should be somebody to go home.
But this is the game of Big Brother where people twist, and now that I know other people are thinking that, I feel like an easy target. So that's why I can't make a big move. A few days ago, I would have been like, hey, I'm HOH, this is my game, I'm gonna conjure up another great plan. But now I am scared. I am scared that if I conjure up another plan, it's confirmed that I'm a big smart player in this game. If I put up the wrong person, I know Latoya is gonna flip it. I want to work with you guys. I've been saying that. And this is the only way I can make it happen. I've thought every option. If Latoya didn't, if she just listened that one night, the night before the eviction, when me and you, Keith, when we all said no, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. But she chose not to listen and still go ahead with a flip that I knew wasn't right. Beth is fucking pissed also about that.
So if that never happened, who would be on the block right now?
Probably, if that never happened, it would probably be Tara and Kyle. Or maybe not, because I'm so happy with that information Kyle gave me. But I told you guys, Tara really pissed me off with a lot of shit she's been doing. But because she's promised me her vote, and if I have her vote, I have Blue Line's vote, those are 2 votes I need to make sure that Kiefer goes home.
So if you put anybody else on the block, you don't...
She's going to flip it. There's no one I can put up beside Kiefer that I don't believe Latoya won't flip. I'm sorry. Nobody. I went down the list.
Why do you think she has the numbers to flip though? If it was...
Because it's Latoya. Have you seen her? How she like... I mean,
We also realize, like, by doing this, you're forcing my hand in a way that's like compromising to my own game, right?
I hate that, and I'm sorry, but you can thank Latoya for that.
I don't
And
know.
it's also good for your game if you keep the noms the same, because you guys are being looked at as a duo, and she's being, like, people are concerned about what's going on with Latoya and you guys. It's becoming obvious.
Okay, so say I won the veto, you'd be threatening to put up Jed as a potential replacement?
Potentially, because I know she wouldn't flip on you. And I know I have the votes for Kiefer to go.
That's crazy.
I put a lot of thought into this, and I'm heartbroken. I haven't even been able to leave my room. Didn't even sleep last night. I'm upset. And I just can't like make it clear enough that if we had the last spicy jet ties like I wanted from Dave, whatever, we would not be sitting here. But because I didn't have that solid alliance with you guys, I'm worried. I feel like I'm on the outside of you three, and so does Beth. And we don't want that. You look at you guys. You're big, you're hot, this is what we want to work with, you know?
Now you're making us scared now because hearing that you are willing to put us on the block, why would we work with you going forward?
That's a scary thought.
That's scary as hell. Like, how do we know you're not just going to
because
flip and go?
Latoya is going to flip it. I'm not, like, literally, they are all working together. They all have their pairs. I don't have anyone. I'm trying to get closer with Beth because she doesn't have anyone really either.
Is there anyone else from the other side that you'd be willing to put up? Just in your mind.
I can't because they're all in pairs. If I put one up, I jeopardize the votes. And like I said, I need my target gone.
Yeah, but you literally just said that if you have our votes, you have 6. So you don't need that other person's vote. That's 5. That's 5. Like you only need 5 votes this week.
Yeah, but I just don't trust Latoya. If Latoya comes down, it's gonna be like a Josh thing. When Josh was here, I was like, "Where's Josh? What is he saying? What is he doing? Who is he talking to?" If Latoya comes down, that's gonna be me. I'm gonna be in here like, "Who is she talking to? What is she doing?" You guys all promised, like Austin, there wouldn't be a flip. Like, you know what I mean? I can't have a flip on my HOH. I asked myself, what's the main thing that will make me upset, embarrassed, whatever, and that's a flip on my HOH. That's my number one thing. So I have to do what is gonna make sure there's not a flip. And the only way to make sure there's not a flip is to either A, have the head of the snake on there so there's no flip, or have someone up there that I know she won't flip on and you won't flip on.
So you're not willing to do anything that ensures your security with us moving forward?
Because of the things that you guys have been saying nicely, even as a nice thing, together it all put into one ball makes me look like this big triple threat that now people are thinking, because that's their thing that they're saying to me, that I'm scared to make any other moves. I don't want to make any other moves.
Do you think that...
And that's why I need it to stay the same so I don't have to make any other moves. I'm done.
Do you think that not making a move mitigates the fact that people now think you're a target?
What do you mean? Yeah, it does. At least it puts less blood on my hands. I'm making less move.
But are you less of a target for not making a move now? You're still smart. You're still calm.
It's of course it's less of a move. It's less blood on my hands. I don't have to put up another nomination. I'm done now. I could be done.
Yeah, but you're still, like, the things about you that you're saying, we've said to everybody, haven't changed though. So it doesn't matter that you're not putting someone else up. People still will see you as this target.
But it'll be bigger because whoever I put up now, there's going to be reasoning behind it, and whatever that reason is more smart, more me being smart. I'm going to need a big badass reason as to why they're going up, and that's just more, and I don't want that. I just need it to be done. I picked those people for a reason, and you were right. It was a hell of a good choice.
I just think that if you're worried, if you're so scared moving forward about being this target, don't you think that you would need more security, more numbers? Don't you think that's like important to you?
Yeah, it's so important to me.
Instead of burning bridges?
No, it's so important to me. But knowing that I have Blue Line and Tara and Austin and Braden's vote is enough for me at this point to make sure that my target goes home. This is my HOH. I need to make sure that my target goes home. I need to make sure I have the votes, and I need to make sure it doesn't get flipped.
The only thing is that, like, you claim to be on the outside, but how can
I totally feel on the outside.
But then how are you doing this and
because they promised me, because they're not going up. They were the target. I told them, and they said, if you don't put me up.
You promised us we weren't going up.
That was before people came in here saying that you guys are saying all this stuff about my game. Maybe you were saying it is good, but this is Big Brother. People are picking anything. These people don't want to go up on the block.
So why are you trusting them over us though?
Because I heard you guys say those things, and now it makes sense why they're thinking that, because it's true. So I'm not prepared to put more blood on my hands. I picked those nominations, and I need you guys to trust me. This is what I have to do.
But how can we trust you when you believe anything people say coming in here talking shit about us?
Because it's true. I've heard you guys say it with my own ears.
But you've also heard shit that people have said about you throughout this entire game before you had power.
Like what? Kyle?
And you failed to
Kyle gave me the biggest news, and I respect him for that.
No, I'm not saying Kyle. I'm just saying in general.
Who else has been talking to you about
I'm not going to drop names. I don't throw people under the bus, but okay. I'm just saying.
I said this a few days ago. I said, when I became HOH, I said anything anyone said about me, anything anyone's done, I said is in the past. I wanted a game reset. And that's what we would have had if LaToya didn't try and do that. I'm sorry, but she did you guys dirty by trying to pull you guys into a flip that she promised and you promised wasn't going to happen. A great move for your game would be to leave the nominations the same, because that would also show people maybe they're not a triple thing. I'm sorry. But this, this is what I gotta do. And I know you guys know it makes sense. I know it sucks that it makes sense, because that ain't it. But I can't, knowing my family's watching and Canada's watching, I'm shaking right now. Like, I would literally die if there was a flip on my HOH. I wouldn't even be able to finish this game.
It just feels to me like you're picking a side. I thought you were.
There shouldn't be sides. There's only sides because LaToya did the fucking flip when she shouldn't have. She tried to. I knew this was gonna happen. I fucking knew it. I called it, and look what's happening. I'm not picking sides. I can't work with these people. Braden and Austin are great, but I'm not in high school. Kyle and Ro are great, but they're two strong guys together. Tina and Tara are great, but they're gonna be out of here soon. We all know they're gonna be the next to go.
Okay,
I need the votes to make sure my target goes home.
Okay, so so there's no point of going back and forth, but moving forward, if I don't use the veto and your target goes home,
yeah,
are you fully committing to having?
If that happens, I'm gonna be talking to Beth, and me and Beth will be coming to you three to try and form an alliance.
And you're not gonna flip on that.
And I'm not gonna flip on that. I can't have someone in this game who's fucking doing that. That's so ridiculous. I'm so done with him. He hasn't even been in here. You're on the block.
So you can promise us that if we don't do this, your target will go home. We're gonna be literally doing what you want to do, and you will come and be in this.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
I know, but
that's what I've wanted from day 2.
But we never knew where your head was at.
How could you not know? I made up a fucking name for us. What do you mean?
Because
I came to you and LaToya when you guys were in the bedroom. I couldn't make it more clear that this is what I wanted.
Yeah, I know, but I also heard that you were going to many people with this proposition. So how can
What proposition?
Alliance.
Like, you never went to...
You know how many people told me that you came to the Maxon for an alliance?
Stop it.
I'm not capping. I'm not lying.
The only person,
every person in this house.
That's a fucking lie. Josh tried to form an alliance. I won't deny that, with me in it and some others.
That's fine.
But that was it.
No, but literally people that are in this house that we aren't aligned with said that you went and tried to form an alliance with them. So
that's a lie.
How can I believe that you're trying to form an alliance with me and 3 other people?
That's a fucking lie.
That's the only reason I have my...
Let's pull Beth in here, and she will tell you that when I was talking to her...
I fully believe you, but I'm just telling you that's why I have my reservations. I never had any reservations with you as a person. I really did want to work with you, and I do want to work with you in the future. It's just the fact that I heard that you're going to multiple people asking for alliances. That's the only reason. That's literally the only reason.
People are gonna lie.
I know.
And that's fine. I get it. I don't care. But me and Beth talked about this yesterday.
And you're down for this?
Yes. How could I not be? You guys are. Look at you guys. These physical comps are going to be coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that.
Beth has a great social game. LaToya is a beast as well.
Right.
Okay, but she did me dirty, and now she kind of has to take one for the team.
Right. But you're not going to have any animosity or ill will towards her moving forward. Right?
No, I don't have. The only thing I have against LaToya is that she's so into these flip-flops, and that's not fair to the HOH. You know, people become HOH, they get a big target on their back, they try and make a move, and then someone has the audacity to try to go F it up minutes before the eviction. That's a no. That's bad, you know what I mean? She's real, and that's why I do trust her, because she's not gonna lie.
Right.
Even when I put her up, she's like, Vic, I kept giving her this look, this is hard. I'm a fun party girl, social person. This is not fun for me. Okay, you don't realize how messed up it is to be HOH and make these decisions until you're sitting here. I don't know if you guys can see how bad I'm shaking. I'm heartbroken. But I just, Canada's watching.
Yeah. No, what we said from the very beginning, we respect your decision, and we have always wanted to work with you. And if you want to do something, we will support you. We just all we can do is give our opinion on pros and cons to every situation.
Yeah.
So we've done that. And if you're saying that
you made a valid point about Kyle, maybe trying to flip, but they've promised me. So I think the best next step is just me like, I don't even know.
This is my only thing. Okay, the last thing I'm gonna say is that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be the last thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going through scenarios in my head about next week. If Kyler Rowe wins, they're gonna take a direct shot at our lines, the one that we're forming next week.
Absolutely, they will.
So, and then if Kiefer wins, will he do that?
Kiefer, he's not gonna be here.
I know, but I'm saying like in the event, you know what I mean? I'm just talking about players in general.
Because he's looking down the road rather than just this week.
I'm just worried I'm literally just really shook that Kyler Rowe will win next week and put you and him, me and you, me and him, you and Beth. That's my only worry moving forward. So
He will, and I wish I could get him out, but if I put him up, like...
If you put up Kyle, you don't think you can get him out? Is that what you're saying?
Like, I know I could, but that's not my target right now. Like, why would I... Like, I get that he may be coming, but, like... That's just not it for me right now. I gotta get Kiefer out. I'm so done with that guy. I can't even be in a room with him.
Is that game or is that emotion?
It's all of it. It's game. He fucking made up a lie when I was sitting beside him about that. That's insane. Like, that's insanity. Could you imagine for him even to admit, I wish he lied and told me he didn't. But for him to be like, you know what, V? Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. We're just thinking like down the line for
down the line when you guys are winning HOH. It's time for you guys to shine.
Right. I agree.
You know?
I don't want to be pessimistic. I'm just saying in the event of, I'm worried about that situation.
Between me, you, Latoya, and Beth's social game, she'll have an ear for us because she's a sweet girl. Braden and Austin like her. She'll be a good, you know?
Right. Okay. So do you, like, I think you've been around them more than we have. So, do you think it's really pairs, or do you think there's like a budding four or something on that other side?
I don't know
if you've been in enough like rooms.
Tina and Tara, they're not in anything. They are like
they're like a pair. Yeah,
they are just want to be with the house.
Okay.
I don't think so. Austin, she doesn't like Kyle. She doesn't know where Kyle's head's at. Whatever. Kyle was in here the other day and Austin was in here and he was rude. He was being really rude to Austin and she was just kind of like, huh, that thing she does, you know?
Right.
Yeah, and